I'm Ella. I'm a sophomore. I'm an environmental sustainability study major, and I'm a goalie.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm a junior. I'm studying biomedical engineering, and I play defense.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nikki. I'm a senior, going to be a master's student next year. I'm a double major in robotics engineering and computer science. I'm from Stafford, Virginia, and I'm a forward on the team. So MQP, I found, is really the capstone of everything you've learned at WPI. It's your senior design project or other project if you're not doing a design. As a robotics engineering major and a computer science major, I had to pick a project that combined both of my majors. So what mine is, we are doing a 6v6 autonomous soccer playing robots. So we started from the scratch. WPI's never had a team before, so we built it up from the ground level, designing everything from the ball kicker to the software design. I've had the opportunity to be on the strategy team, so working a lot with the artificial intelligence and decision-making process, which is really cool.
So the IQP is an interactive qualifying project, and since WPI is more of a STEM school, they try to focus a little bit of one term on just social sciences, and that's where you're completely going to, sometimes another country, sometimes you stay local, but you're working with just social sciences for a while, and you get to explore like the different sides. Sometimes you can kind of work in engineering. So my project actually worked a lot with civil engineering, but that's not always the case. A lot of times it's just like humanities or like social sciences surveys and like data analysis. So I just actually came back from IQP this past C-term. I went to San Jose, Costa Rica, and my group worked with the National Fire Training Academy, and we basically were designing different mock-ups and blueprints for their fire training curriculum. And it was really cool because we saw such a huge influence in like being fully immersed in a different culture. When we first got there, we were all like, our entire group we're basic Spanish speakers, and by the end, we were able to do our entire final presentation in Spanish. So it's just really cool to not only get to work on the school side, but also just see how being immersed in another culture affects you.
WPI is a really big project-based learning school, and I personally love that. Within my major, I've done a lot of group projects, and I've also found that being a student athlete, I am able to transfer in my time management skills really well. You have to accommodate with other people's schedules, and I think that project-based learning is a great way just to bring in a lot of your outside skills. And it's really gotten me really good with my time management, and I also just think it's a great way to meet new people. You learn how to work within groups, and I find it really fun to work with project-based learning. One of my favorite memories ever is just, well, any pasta party, but in particular, I'm thinking about our pasta party this past fall. We got blue jeans, and we got massive pans just full of like Alfredo, and it was just so fun. I remember we all just sat around watching the TV, just talking, and it's just so fun just to like sit and talk with your team outside of your whole like sport. So you get to like really get to know people outside of that, and who doesn't love to eat?
My favorite memories overall always come from the tailgates. After Saturday games, we have all of the families, like it's kind of like a potluck style thing where all the families bring some food, set up a bunch of tables, and all of the team just goes down the line. It's a huge feast. You get to debrief the game with all the parents after. You get to talk about something else besides field hockey and just like catch up with your family. A lot of people haven't seen their families in a while at that point, and it's just like a great bonding moment. So a lot of my favorite memories come from our tailgates.
A few of mine have already been taken. So I guess the next best thing would be probably the bus rides back after games. Doesn't matter whether we won or we lost. We've typically just eaten, so we're all full and happy. And some wild things happen on the bus. We'll have karaoke, start riff-offs, play guessing games, and it's just such a great community with the team itself. We can just let loose after the stress is over and just kind of relax and vibe together.
A fun team tradition that we do is our annual jersey ceremony. Once we have our official roster, the whole team, we go to Salisbury and we sit and we eat and we listen to an alumni from the team come and speak. And this past season, we had an alumni come with her best friend that was also on the team with her. And it's just so fun to hear about their experiences. And then you also kind of think, oh, they're still best friends. And maybe that'll be me speaking at a future alumni thing. Like, it's so fun to see. And it's also a really fun time because we have our official team and it's our first big team activity together. So it's always such a blast.
Another tradition that we have is every year during apple season, so like midway through the season, the whole team goes apple picking, and usually only about 5 people at most actually buy apples. It's more of just like a little gathering where we dress ourselves up for once and take some pictures and stuff. But it's definitely like something that we look forward to every year. And if you look at our social media, you can even see like there's the yearly apple picking post. It's always a good time.
One really positive tradition that we do after every game is we have a miniature goat, little figurine that gets passed out at the end of the game, and it's given to the goat of the game. And it's just someone who's either been working really hard and really made a really strong improvement, or just a really strong impact on the game itself, whether that's scoring a goal, making some great passes, or just being an overall great team player.
A piece of advice I would have for seniors or like incoming freshmen, people who are still trying to find a team that they might want to play on, pay close attention to the team chemistry and the dynamic if you're there meeting the team on like an overnight or something, because those people are most likely going to be your best friends for life. So, and you're going to be spending a lot of time with them. So just see, like, can you picture yourself on a team with these people, or do you think like another school might have more of a dynamic that you would be into?
One thing I wish I had known as a graduating senior when I was picking my school is I didn't know what I was looking for. I thought I did. I was like, yes, I know what I'm doing. This is my major. These are the schools that are good for me. But it wasn't until that I've been here a few years. I mean, I'm a senior now, but it was less about necessarily the major and how hard it was and how it was going to set me up for a good career in the future. But it was more about the community around it. I'm around people every day who are driven, whether that's for sports or for their classes, which is something that you don't get to experience a lot because everyone loves what they do. And that passion really drives everyone to do better, to work harder, and to just be better people overall. So looking for that in a college, whether or not that's in the field hockey team and you find some of the most driven teammates you've had that are great friends, or in your classes where you're looking at your future coworkers and you realize they're actually going to know what they're doing just like I will. It's really important to look at the people involved.
Kind of similar to what Sam and Nikki said, your team is your family. That's who you spend all of your time with. So if you come and get to meet them beforehand, really make sure that you are able to click and you see yourself being able to make connections because, I mean, for me, I spend almost 24/7 with my team, except for when I'm sleeping, honestly, and I've made my lifelong friends and, really just make sure you can get the good vibes because your team is your family. You will be spending a lot of time with them. That's great.